Hey everybody, it's still Thursday, August 31st, 2023, the day after the Idalia storm. This is what we were pretty much hunkered down in, when the eye of the storm was going about 30 miles away from us. We got the mower in here, moved Emily's workbench all the way back, set up an air mattress because we didn't know. We knew it was going to hit sometime at night, but weren't really sure when. The real bad stuff started about 5:30 in the morning, so this is where we came out. Just kind of laid here with the cats, made sure they were all right. Emily did a little work there on the table. Had to get the truck out this morning. Went into town, picked up the new addition to the family. So this was my 18-inch steel chainsaw that I've had for probably 12 years, I think, since one of the hurricanes in Crystal River. So this thing's held up great, but it's only 18 inches. Showed you the trees that were down. This guy was 25 inches. It was $629.99 at Ag Pro, so I don't know if that is a good or a bad price. But that's the newest addition to Deer Run Farm. But it's starting to get hot already. Some of the cleanup I'll probably do once the sun gets behind the trees over there. But right now I'm just going to start working on trying to get the barn back to normal. And the other thing with my 18-inch chainsaw is that we used it mainly to cut up the neighbor's tree right before I got stung by that yellow jacket. And everybody else had chainsaws, but mine was the only one that was cutting anything. So now I had to get a new chain for my old chainsaw and put it on, which is what I'm going to work on today, and then we'll continue this tomorrow. So it's Thursday at 5 o'clock, so only a couple hours after I just started this video. Didn't think I was going to film anything today, but we've had this monsoon rain for the past hour, and the rain has been coming down like this and hasn't stopped. This is more rain in the past hour than we had during the whole Hurricane Idalia. But again, we needed the rain. We just never need the rain all at once. It's nice if it spreads out a little bit. Got the chainsaws gassed up, ready to go. Not gonna mess with that big stuff down there yet. Just a little more than I think I'm ready to tackle on my own. But the smaller trees and stuff that fell up there, I've already gotten a couple buckets of it, and I've already hauled it down to the burn pile. Other than that, generator's still going strong. Tri-County Electric's website is down, so we cannot even look at the website to see if there's been any progress. But because we are on the whole grid that Perry, Florida is in, it's probably going to be a week to 14 days before we have power. We'll see how this goes. It's been raining for over an hour like this. And it's not rain bands. There's one storm cell. There's a bunch out there, but there is one storm cell just sitting on top of us that's just molding and mashing and changing different shapes, but it's sitting right on top of us. And it's been sitting here for an hour. Had enough of this crap yesterday. That's one thing I hate about Florida. This tropical weather. Well, good morning. It's the next day, so it's September 1st. You guys hear that? No generator. Last night about 8 o'clock, power came back on. Wes gave us a call, said the power was on when he got home. With us being in the RV with the generator going, we had no idea. So when he called, shut everything off, got everything plugged back in, but woke up this morning, and this neighborhood road that comes in through here is called Lloyd Subdivision Road. And then our road up there turns into South Run, which is part of our neighborhood. For some reason, Lloyd Subdivision Road, which makes up, I think, 10 houses, does not have power this morning. So I don't know if that has to do with the power line that came down on the neighbor's house back over here, or what that has to do with anything. So I don't know if we're going to continue to have power, if it's going to go on and off, but either way, we were able to get a good night's sleep because didn't have a generator running 20 feet from your head. So starting out to be a good morning. I've just tried to call about everybody and their brother in the neighborhood that's involved with this. We got a text last night, or Emily did, from Rebecca, that she was saying that this ditch in front of her house had backed up worse than what she's ever seen. Now her immediate assumption, which I don't blame her, was that something was wrong with these culverts. This is the mitered ends that Nick fixed, so it wasn't the culvert. But my guess is this was a river coming down here like it was the other day. Now last night from about 5 to 6:30, we got more rain in an hour and a half than I think we've gotten in any storm that since we've been out here. It had nothing to do with Hurricane Idalia. This was just that storm cell I showed you that sat on top of us for an hour and a half and dumped a lot of rainwater. Now this, as you guys know, is a storm management system for the neighborhood. And I was coming up here about 2 hours ago now to start cleaning up some of the storm debris. When I got up here, the driveway was washed out, about 100 feet of driveway. And it's right at the culvert here. You know, kind of good and bad. As I told you, this swell that I've been working on was gone when we bought the property. The RDMC, the construction company out of Tallahassee that cleared this, logged it, did all the damage that, you know, that's how you get land cheap, like I keep saying. But that storm ditch was gone. It's probably a good thing that I got it rebuilt in some ways. But what happened is the water backed up so much that it did that and washed out 100 feet of our driveway. So all that crushed concrete, the gravel, is way out there in the field, you know, a few feet. But all that water from the neighborhood jumped across here. Now there's a couple places it kind of backed up. There were a couple sticks in front of that culvert, but nothing to really clog it. The culvert's completely clear and free and water's moving through it. I'm not gonna crawl down there and stick the camera in there to prove it. Just take my word for it. Now these are some trees that fell. Now this, I'm sure, dammed it up a little bit. But the problem that we continue to have is this mess. So this is on the HOA to get it fixed. And this is what I've been arguing with them, that it needs to be fixed. There was a culvert down there that goes through here and out there. But you can see where the water backed up, went around there, dammed up again. And should be coming out there where that culvert is. But it's not. It's coming from up here. So again, I've argued with the HOA that they need to get this resolved. Funny thing is, I'm the president of the HOA, but we have no money. We spent all the money fixing the concrete culvert that hasn't been maintained in 20 years. But either way, this is something that has to be addressed. Some of the days out here feel like a lot of days feel like one step forward, two steps back. Today's one of those days. Trying to get a hold of attorneys. I contacted Northwest Florida Water Management District. They referred me to an ecologist or environmentalist to come out and do a survey. And that needs to be fixed because I'm not dealing with this again. That has to be resolved. We've already spent $5,000-$6,000 of our own money fixing this, which is kind of on us because we bought the property like that. So I fixed it, I've corrected it, but sorry for the swing. The HOA's got to fix that. Like I've had it. So sorry to rant. It's not really a good day out here at Deer Run Farm.